Hi there, my name is David Donahue from the Eyes of Horus, and my mission is to be able to assist those who either have anxiety, for those who work with people who have anxiety, or if you just know a friend, family member, colleague with anxiety. I want to get the message out there that you can overcome your anxiety. You see, a lot of people nowadays think all you can do is cope with it. And so today I'd like to talk to you very briefly about just overcoming stress and anxiety using your ABC. And it's around 20% of people are impacted by anxiety throughout their life. That's actually a fair number, and it doesn't mean that everyone has an anxiety that's with them all the time. It just means at some stage they are impacted. If you're impacted a little bit, that's fine. What I want to do is help those who are actually impacted most of the time. You see, I had bad claustrophobia, panic, and it would impact me. And it would impact me every time I got in a lift. So as a result, if people got in, I had to rush out. Felt really embarrassed. And so I know what it feels like to have anxiety. I also know what it feels like to having overcome anxiety. And that's where I want to help people to understand, is that when you have stress or anxiety in your life, it's important that you're aware of it and that you do something about it. But it's not just the responsibility of the person with the anxiety. It's also the responsibility of those who help those with anxiety to help them to really overcome it. And also for friends, family, colleagues, to be able to assist them, to be able to recognize, you know what, if you have got anxiety, let me help and support you in a particular way. You see, I had a person I worked with, Sue, I'll call her. She lived with anxiety a lot of the time. And the problem she seemed to have was that she reacted to a lot of people, both at work and at home. And when she reacted, she started to feel really nervous, really unsettled, which was labelled as anxiety based on the symptoms that she had. What she began to realise was that she could stop thinking and focusing on what others were saying about herself, and instead choose what she wanted to do and how she wanted to react to other people. You see, one of the things that she found was that you are not your anxiety and you are not your thoughts. In actual fact, you have the ability to choose. In other words, you separate yourself out from the anxiety. Now, people who don't have anxiety often don't realise that, and people who do have anxiety often also don't realise that. So it means that it's very hard to help someone when you don't understand that. One of the things to recognise is some people say they have anxiety all the time. And of course, if that's the case, which it's actually not, but if it was, then they'd be focusing on it happening and they'd be looking for it. And of course, if we focus on and look for something, we've got a fair chance of finding it. Whereas on the other side, you get the people who say, no, I'm just going to ignore it. Now, ignoring it, I know, does not work because it's still there. It's still inside of you, and it will come back and it will hit you even harder. So what's in the middle? Well, in the middle is what I call the ABC. And the ABC is about asking your anxiety. What's it trying to tell you? The B is for be still, and recognize that anxiety is wanting you to run away. So stop, don't run away. Listen to what you're asking for. And then chat. Now, what's interesting with the ABC is to do that, it's as if the anxiety has to be a different person, someone separate from you. And like I said before, that we want people to understand that you are not your anxiety, you are not your thoughts. You are separate to your anxiety, you are separate to your thoughts. So using the A of asking your anxiety, be still and listen to what it has to say, and then chatting with it means that you are externalizing what's going on, and that's a better way because you're no longer focusing on yourself. I do talks on overcoming stress and anxiety using the ABC, longer than just a couple of minutes. And I want to be able to get the message out there. So if you're interested in hearing one of my talks, then just type I'm in and I'll contact you with details, and they're free talks, and I just want to get that message out to whether you are a person with anxiety, whether you're a person who helps those with anxiety, or whether you're just a friend and want to know more. You are the people I want to get the message out to. So if you're interested, just type, I'm in. So this is David Donahue from the Eyes of Horus, and have a good day.